Yeah. Appreciate y'all tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Happy Saturday morning to y'all. What's good? What's good? Today we talking about, like I said, Amber Guyger is appealing her murder verdict for killing Botham John. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Get the fuck with the Teespring, where we do that. Black reparations matter only. Don't get sidetracked by people trying to shame us into saying the Native Americans need to be a part of reparations. That's the old, what's the bitch? That's the old Sideshow Bob bitch, Hannah Nicole Jones behavior. Her clown ass. Don't let them try to act like the Native Americans didn't own fucking slaves. They owned our ancestors as slaves. Don't let them try to piece nobody else into our story for shits and giggles. Don't let them do it. And also don't forget to fuck with your black agenda politicians. Today we highlighting Terrence Atkins. He's going for city council in Decatur, Georgia. And on the 25th is going to be when it all goes down. So y'all make sure y'all support this guy. I'm putting him up because it's so soon for him to, get his situation on. So that's what's up. Fuck with him. Terrence Atkins, he's going for Decatur, Georgia's city council. So like I said, today we talking about Amber Guyger real quick. Ain't gonna hold y'all. Let me run through the chit at right fast, throw some things up. Cause like I said, man, she's appealing her murder conviction. And they're trying to drop it to criminally negligent homicide. In Texas, criminally negligent homicide, at the minimum, you don't get jail time. You just get probation. It says probation in the books, right? So they're going for the bare minimum with this bitch. The bare minimumest of bare minimums, all right? But like I said, she was going to appeal this murder conviction, and she did. In my last video, I predicted this shit. If y'all remember, in my very last video I did about this, I predicted it, and voila. They're going to really try to run this appeal up the hill. Just to reiterate what I was pointing out, I said, look, if they appeal, what up, Worker Bar? What up, sis? Good seeing you this morning. Yeah. I was saying, let me switch over real quick. Yeah, what's going on? I was saying, like, if they appeal, what has to happen, the appeal has to prove that something was materially wrong with the evidence presented in the case. Like some law was broken in the presenting of the evidence, right? So the evidence that they're pulling from, the evidence that they're pulling from, they're saying that to use the fact that she walked into the wrong apartment in the first place as evidence was wrong. Okay? And her attorney, Toby Shook and Robert Rogers, they're grasping at straws to prove and to say, hey, everybody walk into the wrong apartment every now and then. Everybody do it. It's one of them kind of flimsy ass defenses, right? I kid you the fuck not. And the narrative that they're running with, and you will probably start to see this in headlines as this story comes out. This was only about maybe 13 hours ago that this came out. So a lot of people haven't got on it yet. But as you see the narrative fold out, you're going to hear them use this term, simply missed. They want to say that she simply missed clues like the red doormat in front of the man's door. Simply missed cues like the wrong key fob in the door, right? Well, if motherfucker can just simply miss, well, goddamn, what's to stop me or anybody from just running up in your house, shoot you and your white children while y'all sitting on y'all fucking couch? And that be that. If simply missing is the standard, because this is what they on, simply missing is what she is guilty of doing in their eyes. If that's the standard, everybody black, go to somebody white house, find somebody white house, somebody house that you know is their house, creep up on their patio, creep up to their house, shoot them in the head. Since simply missing or simply miss, right, suffices as an appeal. This is the type of crap that Guyger's lawyers is kicking out here. What up, Don Ashanti? What's good, bro? Let me flip over real quick. What up, Don Ashanti? Yeah, we've been saying this, though. These white supremacists are something else. Yeah, it's a trip and a half out here, man. So we heard from Botham's mother. She spoke up about it, sitting up talking. I feel furious about it. You know, and she's been emotional the whole time. She's probably the most emotional that I've seen out of everybody in the Botham Jean family. But she's like, you know, I'm furious about it. The nerve that they have, or it made me question the nerve of Amber Guyger and her attorneys to even think of wanting to file an appeal. The nerve of these people. She should get a longer sentence. So she was kicking. The nerve, right? I question the nerve of these people, right? This is what we're hearing. And to that, I'm going to say, hey, ma'am, your husband and your son was flirting with the bitch. Question that. Nah? You ever question that? You ever question that their desire to cape for the woman who killed a man who came out your vagina is a problem? You ever question that? You ever look at that through that lens, right? I'm looking at all that shit, right? Because as you question them, then damn, you wouldn't be in the situation you in today, probably. That's just keeping it a buck. Ma'am, what's her name? Allison, Miss Allison. You got a soft ass son who accepted an award from the police and the little community members that they got with. Accepted an award for kissing Amber Guyger's ass. Come on, ma'am. I mean, who you mad at for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Question that shit. I just want to say that, you know. I know the immigrant coon buffer class that we have over here that's infiltrated the ranks of America over here that we see now, you know, kicking up they dust over here. The immigrant coon buffer class, you know, they say and do a lot of ignorant shit. So, you know, it takes us to come through and smack them upside the back of the head a lot of times to be like, hey, motherfucker, you missed that. Motherfucker, you missed the spot. Motherfucker, you missed the spot, right? This is kind of like our daily routine. We find ourselves doing this a lot. So, you don't know. She bringing that kind of immigrant coon buffer class. We sure didn't know they was like this kind of babble into the motherfucking conversation, right? The lawyers, Daryl Washington, these fools, Lee Merritt, his peeps, they talking about all the evidence is already there. You know, in response to the appeal, they're like, oh, all the evidence is there. Ain't no more evidence. They can go and get in. Ain't no more new evidence. So whatever's there is there. So that basically, to me, that sounds like they not going to try to fight. Okay? They was about to bag to begin with. So I don't think they're going to try to fight to reverse this appeal if she ends up winning this damn appeal. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. And like I said, she's going for fucking probation, y'all. This is what this shit is. Early reports was calling it parole, but nah. In Texas law, this shit is called probation when it's criminally negligent homicide. At the minimum, they going for that shit. It's a probation release. On top of the bullshit shit of simply missed as a narrative. Those lawyers, they think they fucking slick. They did something even more desperate and dumb, I think, in the posing of this appeal. I think it was so funny. These fools, they're adding this on as weight to the appeal, right? These fools, they say, or they claim that they interviewed like 290 people out of the 350 residents in the Southside Flats where Botham Jean stayed at. Talking about 71 of the people said that, or allegedly, they're saying it in an alleged fashion. They're saying that allegedly 71 of the people that they interviewed and talked to who stay in the Southside Flats said that they have walked to the wrong floor and have walked to the wrong door as they've dwelled in this apartment before, right? So I'm like, okay, that again just shows the dumbness on behalf of the lawyers. They done kicked a lot of dumb shit during the trial. Their whole thing during the trial was trying to say that, oh, the managers, it was really designed weird. The whole apartment was designed crazily. This is a fault of the apartment designer. They went into that type of dumb shit, right? But this just goes to show you how dumb they are. Notice that they said walk to the wrong floor and walk to the wrong apartment. Not into the wrong apartment, not onto the wrong floor, into the wrong apartment, not with a weapon looking for where to shoot. Okay? Nobody's never done that shit that this bitch did. That's the first point. Secondly, I noticed the headline. It shit said alleged. Okay? These apartment dwellers allegedly said they walked to the wrong apartment before. So if I'm a judge on this appellate bench and I'm looking at this shit, I'm not letting no alleged shit sit on my desk. Like, man, get this fucking shit off my desk, man. Get this shit off my desk. Y'all talking about alleged whatever in an appeal, an alleged statement in an appeal. Man, I'm throwing that shit out off the jump. That's just the real. Any judge trying to give her any kind of leniency based off that they need to be disbarred. Down Shanti says she was a law enforcement officer for crying out loud. They don't get to make those mistakes. In real life, they're held to a higher standard. That's the reality. They're held to a higher standard because they're fucking police. Period. That coin should be tarred and feathered. Boy, that's some 1930 shit right there. Boy, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? They need that. You know what I'm saying? I guess you meant cop. Yeah, it's like you know what I say on this channel. I don't even have to hype up how I be kicking it to y'all. Finder and killer be my shit. Don't you know? On top of that, and I'll leave it at this. Let me just say this. From being in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where I'm at, man, those apartments, the Southside Flats, them some white-ass apartments where Botham was killed. Those apartments is white than a bitch. Full of white people. And they full of white people who had already seen the case. They'd already seen the case. And these are white people that I would not doubt and I would suspect are already on the side of whiteness in this case. Most white people, they're about whiteness escaping punishment. So We got to face that. Most white people are about whiteness escaping punishment. That's what's been built up in this white supremacist regime. Okay? And we're going to replace that system with a system of justice. But I'm saying, I don't think the attorneys can interview anybody in the dominant society in a white supremacist regime on matters of justice. I don't think that that's admissible as evidence in a case like this. I don't think they can do that type of shit, especially without letting it be made public. I think is the angle. It needs to be made public how these people were screened. You understand? If you're going to say somebody's alleged accounts are going to be included in a appeal of this sort, where's the screening process? It's like a juror or a group of jurors. Like, let's say an axe murderer is on charge or some shit. He going to court. He got some charges for axe murdering a motherfucker, and you do what? You screen the fucking jurors. Let's say you come across a juror that come from a family of axe murderers. Right? Motherfucker, I don't think that their word should be allowed. You would have to say, no, you don't get to be on this trial. You come from a family of axe murderers. So you're going to sympathize with an axe murderer. Period. You're going to have a bias, right? So, I mean, it's that same kind of logic. The same goes in the case of white people on racially polarized cases like this. I just don't trust white people to be righteous on matters of race, period. I don't trust none of them to be righteous on matters of race. And that's the reality. Somebody's going to have to reason that. Somebody's going to have to reason that with the Court of Appeals. The little sideline alleged interviews in a hole somewhere, that shit can't be admitted. Not as no goddamn appeal argument, as far as I'm concerned. You understand? But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Probably on a couple more times today. Get a lot of work done today on this beautiful Saturday. Hope y'all having a good day. I trust y'all having a good day. I don't say hope. I say I trust y'all having a good day. You know what I'm saying? I will that you having a good day. That type of shit, right? Keep the vibration high. You know what I mean? And don't forget to fuck with my Teespring, where black reparations matter, period. Also where we don't like mayo, period. And don't forget to fuck with your black agenda politicians. Today we're highlighting Terrence Atkins, going for Decatur, Georgia City Council. On the 25th of this month, make sure you go vote for the dude. He be on some solid shit. Follow him on Twitter at thePoliticalGuy. And don't wait till the dude wins some shit before you start following him. Don't, especially you ADOS people. He's a guy that fuck with ADOS. ADOS folk, man, don't jock people once they win some shit. Y'all did that shit with Ja'Cory. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all started following. But I remember when he had 1,000 followers, man. So don't be jocking motherfucker nuts after they win some shit. Don't do that. And then when people ain't winning shit, y'all not following them. Y'all don't fuck with Stevona. I saw one post for Stevona from ADOS. What was the branch? I don't say little, not to minimize it. What's the little branch or whatever? I forget which city. But, don't be jocking nobody nuts after they win some shit. That's some gay ass shit, ADOS. Don't y'all do that punk ass shit, man. Y'all look like Marx. Don't do that. You understand? But anyway, I'm going to get at y'all.